evaluator, competent communicator, Yak Ming Yang to read out the project
Yes, the project objectives for Project 2. Select an appropriate outline which allows listeners to easily follow and understand Jonathan's speech. Make your message clear, with supporting material directly contributing to that message. Use appropriate transitions when moving from one idea to another. Create a strong opening and conclusion. Time 5 to 7 minutes.
For the timing sequence, at the 5th minute, a green card will be shown. 6th minute, the amber card. And at the 7th minute, the red card will be shown before, after which you will have 30 seconds to wrap up the speech before the bell rings. Alright. Our speaker says, Jedi Grandmaster Yoda, do or do not, there is no try. With this speech entitled Leadership Etiquette Anyone, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to count down and we're going to give a thunderous applause to our next speaker. Jonathan, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jonathan, please. Oh my goodness! No.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jonathan and I'm really very excited to be here tonight. All of you out there who are excited to be here tonight, say yeah!
Yeah.
Alright, to start the ball rolling, I want you to turn to your neighbor and tell him or her, there is a leader in you.
There's a
Go on. I see the look on some of your faces. Leader? Me? How can? The only time when I'm a leader when I stand in front of the queue in the canteen. Yet there will come a time where all of us will be called upon to be leaders, whether in the working world outside, projects, assignments, or even next time in your family. When that happens, how do you project the leadership skills of Donald Trump when your team is looking at you like you're Donald Duck? The answer is, you fake it. But I'm not advocating lying or what some people call throwing smoke grenades. My job here today is to teach you some tips on leadership etiquette. Taking command of a team can be tough, especially when you do not know what on earth you are doing. Here is how to fake it until you learn. First, lead by example. As the saying goes, what I hear, I forget. What I see, I remember. But what I do, I understand. So this is how we're going to remember the first point. When I say, what does L stand for? You are going to go, lead by example. Okay? Let's try. What does L stand for?
Lead by example.
Very good. The hallmark of a good leader is one who is able to set the tone of the team. How do we set the tone of the team? Well, if we want our good members to be on time for meetings, we jolly well be there on the dot, or even better, be there earlier. If we want our good members to meet their project deadlines, we jolly well finish our own projects on time, or even better, do the job earlier. Bear in mind, your team is watching your every move, and whatever you do, or don't do, sets the standard for them to follow or use against you. Remember, even if you're not skilled at the task at hand, no one can discredit a leader who's willing to work harder than everyone else. So remember, lead by example. Second, ask. So when I ask, what does A stand for? You're gonna go ask. Okay? Let's try. What does A stand for?
Ask.
Very good. A common misconception that people have is that the one who asks the most questions in the room is usually the most stupid one. It's like you're nothing. Everything also don't know. Ask so many questions. But that is not the case. Actually, the smartest leaders learn to ask the most questions in order to dig deep and get to the bottom of issues, to find out the truth and find out what is going wrong with the project or the assignment. It is those people who don't ask any questions, who think they know everything, who are too proud to ask. They are the ones who get everyone in deep trouble. So don't be afraid to confront people and ask the tough questions. Ask. Third, be decisive. So when I say, what does B stand for? You're going to do be decisive. Okay, let's try. What does B stand for?
Be decisive.
Very good. A good leader is one who is able to make bold and confident decisions. Being wishy-washy is a horrible way to project the importance of your decision. I have a friend. He loves to change his mind about things. He wants flexibility, but in the end, people don't trust him anymore. Even more so for leadership. Every time you change your mind, there's something called a ripple effect. People start to question your current decision, and they will also question every decision you make down the road. So make a decision and stick to it. Be decisive. So how do you remember these 3 points? L, A, B. There. What does L stand for? What does A stand for?
Us.
What does B stand for?
Be decisive.
Very good. And at the end of today's lab session, I've also come to this conclusion. Leaders aren't born, they are made. A person may be born with good genes. That may enable him to be a good leader. But without sufficient training, he will just be another follower. However, on the other hand, people like you and I may not be natural leaders. But if we believe that we have what it takes, and we believe that we can do it, I'm sure we're on our way to becoming a great leader. To end off, let me just share with you a story. After a long time, Saka had finally completed his training under the Grand Master as a swordsman. If you know Saka, you'll say he's more of a clown and a joker rather than a skilled and disciplined swordsman. However, after a long time under the Grand Master's watchful eyes, Saka managed to emerge as a competent swordsman. All his friends were excited to be at his graduation. 3 cheers and 3 cheers and 3 cheers for Saka. Hip hip!
Hooray!
Hip hip!
Hooray!
Hip hip!
Hooray!
At the sword presentation ceremony, the Grand Master said, Saka, when you first arrived, you seemed so unsure. You even looked down on yourself. But I saw something in you right away. I saw a heart as strong as a lion and twice as big. And as we trained, it wasn't your pathetic skills that impressed me. No, it certainly was not your lousy skills. You showed something beyond that. Creativity, versatility, intelligence. These are the traits of a master swordsman. And these are the traits that define you. You told me that you didn't know if you were worthy, but I believe you are worthy than any man I have ever trained. Ladies and gentlemen, leadership is not defined by excellent people, but by excellent qualities. Qualities that you and I may already have. So develop those qualities and stand tall as a leader in your own right. But until then, just remember the lab session that we had today, and people will think you're already there. Have a great evening and God bless. Back to you, Adela.
One word that I can probably describe Jonathan, and it's not awesome.
I'm dangerous.
I'm dangerous because of the position that you're sitting at. But awesomeness. I think it was a very awesome and impactful speech. And one thing that